Hey, I'm Jacob, a software engineer at Climformatics, and today I'll be doing a quick demonstration of our fire weather dashboard. This dashboard is comprised of multiple components, so let's just jump right into it. First, we're looking at the map itself. Our map offers several variable mappings of the variables that we predict and forecast. On the left side here, we have our settings panel. This settings panel allows you to adjust the specific parameters to get specific queries on the map. So at the top, we have three buttons that allow you to adjust the timescale. Currently, we're looking at the daily timescale. Below this, we have the date range. Currently, we're looking at January 1st to January 14th, 2025. But you can change this to however big of a scale or low of a scale you want. Below this, we have our variables that we offer. Currently, we're looking at fire weather index, but we offer several variables such as temperature maximum, minimum, wind speed, relative humidity, maximum and minimum, severe fire danger index, burning index, and energy release component. Now, I like to point out at the bottom of the map. The bottom of the map has two components here. We have the color bar and the time slider. The color bar allows you to look at the various colors and what they mean on a scale. Below this, we have the time slider that allows you to switch between different dates from your date range. Now, let's choose a different variable. Let's go with temperature max and see how that affects the graph. All right, as we can see, the color bar has changed and the map itself has changed. And we can see what the different levels for that variable look like. And let's try adjusting the time slider and see how it affects the map. So we can go back all the way to January 6th and we can see it's changed and so on. And let's go in the other way. As you can see, the map changes for different dates. Now let's switch back to fire weather index and let's zoom into a particular location. Here, since we're on January 10th, we're going to be looking at the Eden and Palisade fires. So let's look into Eden. Here we are. So we have a pop-up window whenever you click on one of these specific locations, and it gives you a forecast of aggregate metrics and a graph of what the specific variable that you're looking at on the map is. So we have a graph from January 1st to January 14th. Now, if we go to the calendar, and let's say we try adjusting this to 20th. As you can see, more points add up to the plot, and we get to have a longer graph or time series. Now, let's close this out, or actually, let's look at temperature max and see how this changes as well. So we switch to temperature maximum, and as you can see, the graph changes for that variable. Pretty cool, right? Now, let's switch to fire weather index again, and let's look at another component. On the top right here, we have our layer selector. This allows you to look at different things. Here, we can have perimeter outlines for Eden and Palisade fires. Cool, so these are the burned areas of these locations. And just to showcase, I like to look at the Palisades area, and we can see how the graph changes for that specific area, and we have different levels for all the variables that we offer. Cool. Now, let's go back to the tile selector. Let's turn these off. And let's look at transmission lines. So, in our dashboard, we offer a complete depiction across the United States of all the major power transmission lines in the United States. As you can see, this is pretty helpful in understanding how these fires may affect these power lines. If we turn these perimeters back on, we can see some of these power lines cut right through some of these locations. All right, that's a complete showcase of our dashboard, and hope you guys get to using it. Thank you so much. Goodbye.